Good morning, Ronnie H.
Good morning.
Randy, it's me, your partner, buddy.
Yeah, okay. I got 20 million things on my head today.
All right, so Little Z, that was I think that should be a cool nickname for somebody. Do you want to be Little Z?
Oh, little Z. Yeah, he called me Little Z and Big Z. Yeah.
Little
And then,
Z.
and then my other brother, Big Z, and this is my other brother, Lazy Z. He did nothing but good for nothing. That they call Lazy. Yeah.
Oh man, there you go. There's like MC, Easy
And this
E,
is and this is my
Lazy, Little Z. Those are good names, man.
this my sister Easy Z. Easy Z. That's my whole sister. Yeah. She Easy Z. Easy.
Easy E.
Easy. Yeah. That's right. And then my cousin Easy too.
Okay, well let's give our love to God. Let's look out for Jesus. Today is verse of the day, Habakkuk. Did I pronounce that right?
What's that?
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk.
What is that?
Habakkuk.
I know. Habakkuk. I think Ron was starting to say it too. Is that right?
Um.
Habakkuk? I never heard of Habakkuk. Is he
Yeah.
he's not maybe is he like the cousin of one of the disciples or something?
It's just a minor prophet,
A minor prophet.
major in Bible.
No, that's
Okay, well, this is from Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 14. For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. That's pretty major saying from a minor character in the story of God.
yeah.
Does that have to do with the
That,
flood?
there might have been with Noah. Might have been in that area that time. Um, yeah, hmm.
Well, that's our love for the Lord today. And
That's Old Testament, ain't it?
I don't, yeah, it is. I just got word from our fact checker. It is Old Testament.
Our fact checker
Yes.
Genevieve.
Yes, we have
Good
expanded. We have a
morning,
fact
Genevieve.
checker. That's good morning, Genevieve.
Hello.
Did you see Jalen Hurts? He's gonna not go to the White House. What an idiot. They always got to do something just to stand out. This is like freaking that idiot that was kneeling during the national anthem. That's what kind of move this is, I think.
It is.
I mean, people got the right to do what they want, but don't be just go and see the president. Respect the office. You don't got to respect the person.
Right.
It used to
Exactly.
be that way, but it's not like that anymore.
Exactly. Respect the office. Even,
It's the far left that have created this crap.
I'm just sick and tired of it all.
Yeah,
You know, come on,
they got big giant holes in their head.
grow the fuck up.
Grow up, exactly. That's why we need them to get going on colonizing other planets, just so I can just live with some people that are just don't have good common sense and they don't are no so nitpicky and thin-skinned about just the dumbest things. I'm not gonna go to see the president. It's
You
just because
know,
he wants the cameras on him.
they get offended on stupid bullshit, dude.
Oh, it's
Yeah, and yeah, and well, I don't. Jalen, he's an all right quarterback, but he ain't all that. I don't
no,
care.
it was Barkley that won that
You
Super
know,
Bowl.
I don't care what anyone says. You know,
Hey, so okay, so you know what? There's a lot of holes popping up in the country. They're talking about different kind of holes in the ground, like the hole in my head. There's sinkholes, and they're actually there's different kinds of holes if you want to talk about them. You know, there's like the squirrels and chipmunk dig the holes, ground wasp, skunk holes. You'll know if it's a skunk hole.
Yeah,
People trying to dig the China holes.
snake hole,
If you're close to the border, there's illegal immigrant holes.
east side hose,
What was that
west side, west side hose,
one? North side hose.
north side hose. Well, you won't find no south side hose. Those are usually south side skanks.
Well, here in downtown Cleveland, a huge sinkhole opened up in front of the police station. The police are looking into it.
Downtown Cleveland.
I know, not Cleveland,
You
Ohio, Cleveland,
know, you
Tennessee.
know, speaking of Cleveland, uh, never mind. I'm not even gonna, I'm not even going there, dude. It's like,
Okay, so the joke take two. A large sinkhole opened up in the middle of the street here in Main Street in front of one of the buildings there. So the police are looking into it.
really,
Yeah, because it's a
yeah,
hole because the hole in the ground.
right.
You know, when someone at the police station stole all their toilet seats, they have nothing to go on now.
They don't have a pot to piss in.
Yeah, they go into the hole in the ground outside now. And when they pee in it, I was like, here, it's like, no, he's saying no, it's not his name.
China's getting the old golden shower.
China's getting the old golden shower. That's right. Oh.
Oh, you gotta wait for the shake.
And remember, if you shake it more than four times, you're playing with it.
Yeah, right. You
Hey,
know,
so hey, the stars of Happy Days reunited after 50 years.
really.
I wonder how many people remember Happy Days.
Did they get the gang all back together?
Well,
Everybody?
well, they got most of them. They got Ron Howard, Henry Winkler, Anson Williams, you know, the one that played Potsy, and Donnie Most, Ralph
Yeah,
Malph,
Ralph House.
Ralph Malph. So let's I'm gonna do a little.
Chachi? Did they get Chachi back?
No, I didn't think he came because a lot of those actors are kind of woke. So Chachi's a mega, so they're not going to invite him, and that's sad.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts was there.
Yeah.
He went
I
as
think
he played
I
that
think
one
Obama was there too, right?
he played that one stereotypical black guy that was on every Happy Days episode.
Obama played Sticks. Remember the drummer?
Sticks.
Sticks?
Yeah, that's what Jalen Hurts was there as Sticks. So let me give you a little. Let's do some Fonzie quote, some Happy Days quotes. Everybody knows, hey, you know, because
Hey,
Fonzie was the cool one. You know, and that show wasn't even centered
sit
around
on
him,
it.
huh?
Sit on it.
Sit on it. Yeah, that show wasn't even centered around Fonzie. It was around Richie, Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham?
Yeah.
No, Richie Cunningham.
Richie Cunningham. I'm
Richie
sorry.
Cunningham, and then he had the older brother that you never seen.
Huck. Yeah, he was in the earlier versions or the earlier shows, and then he
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
college.
right,
Big basketball star, but I guess he never made it because they never talked about him like, wait, we're watching Chuck on TV in the NBA Finals.
right. He
So
be no, because he came back and had to work at Howie's hardware store.
I don't remember that. You
No,
think again?
I'm just bullshit. No, I don't. No, they completely never really even said what he does. I know he was in college, but he was always, he was
If you
in
want to come in,
college
I can
for
send you the.
fucking. How long did that show run?
Not long. 4 seasons, 5 seasons. We're fact checking that right now. While we're fact checking, I'll do a Happy Days quote. Richie says to Potsy, "I'm going to interview Howdy Doody today." Potsy's like, "How are you going to do that?" Richie says, "I'm going to pull some strings."
11 seasons.
11 seasons.
7 seasons.
11 seasons.
Like the one where, remember when Fonzie became the cop?
Oh yeah, his gang didn't like that.
No. Or I liked it how when they got hustled in the pool hall, Fonzie and the
Fonzie
boys comes in. Hey,
always
Fonzie.
comes to the rescue.
Yeah.
Richie asked Fonzie, "What's your idea of the perfect girl, Fonzie?" Fonzie said, 45, 22, 34 with her own Harley.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't think that was a Harley he drove in the movie. I think it was like a beefed up Honda or something.
But his heart belonged to Pinky.
The fact check just came in. Fonzie's heart
Right.
belonged to Pinky.
Yeah. Pinky Tuscadero. And Leather Tuscadero.
Oh,
Yeah.
she did that. Pinky
Yeah.
Tuscadero.
And her sister Leather went out with Chachi.
How many spin-offs were from Happy Days?
Yeah, how many spin-offs were from Happy Days? Answer that question and you will be able to go to any coffee shop and buy yourself a cup of coffee.
Oh.
I know
Oh.
there's Joni Loves Chachi's, Laverne and Shirley. And then there was another one with
Arnold.
oh, that was
No.
actually a spin-off of Laverne and Shirley. Karate Kid.
That Karate Kid.
And Mr. Miyagi.
Miyagi Do. Miyagi Do Karate.
Miyagi
Miyagi
Do
Do.
Karate.
What else?
You have them?
Yeah.
All right, we
Is
got
there?
fact checked.
Yeah.
There's 5 spin-offs of Happy Days. Laverne,
Okay.
Laverne and Shirley, I got that.
Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy. Oh, yes.
Joni Loves Chachi.
Joni Loves Chachi.
Blansky's Beauties.
Belansky's Beauties. I've never heard of that.
And
I
Out of the
never-
And Out of the Blue. Those last two I never heard of.
Me neither.
I ain't never heard of them.
We're going to have to check those out.
Yeah, because I remember they had. I guess Mork was on
Yeah, he
Happy
was
Days
on the
one.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on there one time. Are you sure that's it? I thought there was more.
No, just
BJ and the
5.
Bear, like BJ and the Bear.
No, it wasn't PJ and the Bear. Hey, so on
The Marazzi brothers.
little political news here, straight from Politico. The Pam Rock Act has successfully passed through both House and the Senate. That's where lawmakers they gave their approval to a bill that hold owners of dangerous dogs accountable.
Good, as it should be.
Yeah, I don't understand how people can get mauled by a dog and they go to court and sue and they lose because the dog jumped over the fence, and the whole neighborhood was complaining that the dog was psycho. And yet,
Encyclopedia.
but the owner's not responsible for making the dog a psychopath. That's baloney.
Well, when you lock them up and don't let them see anyone, yeah, the dog tends to get vicious.
They should all be required to spend 1 week with Caesar Milan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the ones that should go have to spend a week with Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer.
Okay.
That's
Does
how you
he,
calm a dog down.
He whispers.
You know,
He whispers.
dogs have the cool dogs, they have life all figured out. If more people were like dogs, like if you can't eat it, you can't bury it, or you can't play with it, just pee on it and walk away.
Right, right. Like a fire hydrant.
Yeah, exactly. Or anything.
Not that we're stereotyping dogs. They piss on the fire hydrant. Yeah. Well,
I think we,
you ever notice that firemen always wear gloves?
yeah. Yeah, because they see what they know what's on
They
that
see
fire
what the dog
hydrant.
they see what the dogs do. And
Do you
they
know
always
why?
let the listen, they always let the water run a little bit too to clean it off.
Till it turns clear.
Right.
Do you know why dogs run in circles?
Fire hydrant clear,
Do you
chasing
know?
their tail.
No, because they can't run in squares. But I'm
Oh,
bummed. Oh, I know. We need a drum to do that. I can't hear you when they do that, but we know that what that motion means.
right. Wow.
Ugh.
So
So
they got now they're doing I guess which is a good thing. They're having that they have a Buffalo SUV detective looking into sexual abuse at schools.
that old pun, is it sexual abuse if it's a female teacher and a male student?
I
I
don't know.
To me it's not. And that
I,
would
I don't I don't know, but no, it's a serious matter. I yeah. I mean,
and
that is
you
something
know how
that
the
that is something that they should look into.
well, and that's how I know you're getting serious on it because I don't like when they do, mess when the old teachers, the guy teachers mess with the girls, and there's just a thing about that but if it's a female teacher, guys are okay with that.
Yeah,
They really are, and you know how they get busted because they can't keep their mouth shut and they brag.
right. Like, oh man, I was doing Miss Miss B, man. And she was hot. She was Fine. Yeah,
Ugh. I think that's how Rick Springfield came up with that song. I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
yeah.
Jesse's girl was a teacher, and he got mad. And a backstabbing friend will be like, he'll go to that teacher. He goes to that teacher, and he's all like, "Hey, give me some, or I'm gonna blow. I'm gonna blow your
I'm
cover.
gonna blow you in, man. I'm gonna snitch.
I'm gonna snitch." And people are all like, either way, just don't mess with the kids. But guys don't care. We just don't. We're like dogs, just walking around humping anything.
Right, right.
That's how we are, man. Hey, and I hope everybody's happy now. Gas prices,
Oh,
you know what gas prices are here, dude? They're in the 250s, 240s.
we're at 305.
You're at
We're at
305.
305 up here in
Well,
Buffalo.
well, that's because Hoka put on those taxes to help, save the climate.
So she just passed a $358 million billion with a B uh budget or something like that. But I guess there's going to be tax incentives, tax cuts, or whatever, and uh, I think she said she's bringing back that child thing with the taxes or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I don't keep too much up on
Yeah,
their
I'm not
stuff.
sure on that shit.
Hey, and don't forget now, Randy is going to be in Buffalo next week. I'm going for my niece and nephew's birthday party. visit family, and do some on-scene work with Ron. We are going to go out there and we are going to be scavenging to make
We
money
have,
and scrapping.
listen, I have activities all lined up, bro.
Yeah, that's my boy
I
Ron.
got,
Keep
I
it
got,
clean, Ron. Keep it
yeah,
clean.
I got coloring book station and water paint, finger
Woohoo,
painting,
Bell. Woohoo.
all lined up. I got, I got, I got how to use a torch with Ron Haskell. Yeah,
how, how to use a torch with Ron Hand. Yeah.
how to use a torch with Ron Haskell and
How to cut steel when you don't have a circular saw.
right or a sawzall. Or every good scrap man knows you always have a file and a magnet. Yeah.
That's right. So look forward to that. We're gonna have some live shows on the road doing our thing. Hey, so other prices that are coming down, egg prices are freaking like 85% low. And
Good.
it turns out the chickens were just protesting. They just were stopped laying eggs. It wasn't anything. They were just tired of not getting credit for their eggs.
Well, I mean,
I think it was, what do you
I
call it?
guess they got exactly what they wanted.
Who, the chickens?
The chickens got exactly what they wanted.
Exactly.
Put egg on their face.
Boy, I have egg. Do I have egg on my face? I missed that one.
Well,
Hey, do you know what you call
the airplane. Listen, the airplane is taking off. Rand, you want to duck your head a little
I
bit?
only I only look up if it blows up. Do you know what you call a chicken that is a prankster like that? He's a practical yoker.
Yeah,
I'm gonna laugh at my own joke right there.
a practical yoker.
Hey, you know how you can tell if you're
That
you know how you
that
can
was pretty stale. Okay.
do you know how you okay, do you know how you can tell if your chickens are possessed?
How's that?
They lay deviled eggs.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. I like deviled eggs.
Dude,
I
I
don't-
love deviled
Listen,
eggs.
I love deviled eggs, even though I am a Christian. We call them angel eggs. We gotta make them angel eggs.
You know what a chicken says when the farmer comes to collect the eggs?
What's that?
Let go of my egos.
Yeah, I guess that's another abortion.
We got some good shorts today, dude. I'm gonna work on putting some shorts out there. We got a couple good ones today.
I'm wondering why they don't have why don't turkey eggs?
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Turkey eggs. I don't know why. How come people don't eat turkey eggs?
Oh,
Hey, so
I mean, I'm wondering, listen, turkey eggs. I'm wondering if you can get them like dark or white.
that's funny.
my fact checker just said that was funny. It went over my head.
Well,
Like dark meat, light meat.
Oh, dark meat, light meat. I just got the cue from our fact checker.
we
Hey,
apologize to the reviewers.
hey,
We have
let's.
not
Do you know what's?
had full cups of coffee this morning.
Do you got your coffee going?
I do.
Good
I do.
man.
I'm on two and a half. Or I'm on one and a half.
Hey, so
I
and
lied. I'm on
let's
one and a half.
let's end the show on it's 114th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. It happened in April too, 114 years ago.
Well, 114 years, First of all, you don't, you know, Something like that was supposed to be the unsinkable ship, and
They have a new 3D video out, short clip, whatever they want to call it, of actually how it happened, what caused it. I mean, we all know what it hit the iceberg, but they show you in detail in 3D, and it's really cool if you want guys want to look that up online of exactly how it happened. Oh boy, my back.
well, I mean, uh, it's in frozen waters. I thought they seen that. Didn't they see it and they tried to? I don't know what they were doing.
They said if they would have just hit it head on, it wouldn't have sank because the ship was set up to take a crash and still float. But because they tried to swerve, it creased the whole side and every department got a hole in
Uh,
it.
yeah, it pretty.
And dude, I didn't realize 1,500 people died when that ship went down. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that big of a tragedy.
No, 1,500 people got.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, it could be a tragedy, but it all depends on how you look at it, Ron. Because for the live lobsters in the ship's kitchen, it was a miracle.
Well,
They went home.
did they have shark? That wasn't shark infested waters either, was it?
Oh, I'm sure it was, dude. It was in the ocean. All right.
Well,
Buddy.
I mean, the sharks, they're like,
Oh,
yo, man, I'm gonna be getting me. Look at this one. I'm gonna be getting me some straight A, ground A human.
hey,
Yeah,
Ralph, you want an arm or a leg?
I got grade A prime human. Yeah.
Look at this human. Look how lean this one is. Look, it's all meat, dude. You are gonna love
Oh,
this
wait,
one.
screw that. Look at this porker over here.
I know. Oh, I want me some prime rib. Look at the fat on
Now
that
we're
one.
getting this some of this pork chop.
Oh,
Yeah.
sauteed human in that salt water.
Sauteed. Yeah.
All right, buddy. That's the end of today's show. We got a couple of seconds here to say goodbye and wrap it up. And
Yes.
we're gonna look forward to next week. We'll keep talking about that because I am gonna be in Buffalo for the whole week,
Oh,
hanging
golly
out with
gee.
Ronnie H, Little Z.
Well, I'm going to California next week.
Are you? All right. We're gonna. That's a good one. All right. Listen, I'm Randy Sell,
I'm Ron Haskell.
and we have our awesome end of the show pun. We just don't know it yet.
Right. We're working on it.
We are
We're
working
working.
on it. All right, brother. I
All
love
I
you.
know is peace out. Peace out.
Peace
Love
out,
you.
man. Peace out,
Peace
brother. I
out.
love you, bro.
Love
I'll
you.
talk to you in a couple of minutes.
Sound good to me. Peace out. Love you.